Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of 49ers Live here, the Friday edition of Victory Monday, the Friday special Friday edition of 49ers recap from last night. The 49ers defeating the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football by a score of 30-12. We'll get you back to the game in a moment. A lot's going on this Friday evening. Hope you're enjoying it. For all you 49 faithful who are watching right now on this Friday evening, wherever you are, hope you having enjoy your great weekend. I've just been busy all day long covering a high school football game. Back, I was at my alma mater, George Washington High School, in the out there in the outer Richmond district in San Francisco. Graduate class of 1995, which of course that the Niners. Hopefully, the Niners could try to get ring sixth Vince Lombardi Trophy in franchise history. Both head coach and John Lynch have been that's to have a stable franchise as the Niners. So we'll game where the Niners had started. Uh, and also some that contract of we'll start with that first. The Niners and head coach Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, general manager, multi-year contract extensions. The duo have been the Niners organization now in the year season together in 4 years. The current regime of the 7 years, this iconic franchise took them to the postseason three times and with two NFC West titles, three trips to the NFC Championship game in 4 years, and a trip to the Super Bowl 4 years ago. They're 55. The record 55-46 in the regular season and 6-3 in postseason. Shanahan was named the NFL coach or the NFC Coach of the Year in 2023 and the Coach of the Year by the Sporting News. And a lot of people thought he should have been the NFL Coach of the Year in 2019. So we're gonna look at other some injury takes from last night's game. We take a look at some of the as Kyle Shanahan stated in his presser. We're looking at right now. We'll scroll this down from the injuries. Debo Samuel ended up suffering had ribs injuries, and linebackers Dre Greenlaw has ankle injury, and Demetrius Flanagan falls with an ankle. The good news is all three injuries are minor severity, and with Shanahan listing the trio players listed as day-to-day heading into the very long weekend. And initially thought that Samuel may have sustained rib fractures going down at the night for that 19-yard game in the game in the fourth quarter. He had evaluation that revealed there was no fractures, and the head coach receiver pretty sore on Friday. So that's some good news for the 49ers. The injuries are very minor, and we're going to take the look of the three the with the latest following their week 3 victory, and we're going to actually we'll just get you the recap of the game from last night as we live you checking us in at on Niners Radio 49. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/at Niners Radio 49. And then same thing, you get all the access. And we have a new Instagram as well. Instagram hashtag at Niners Radio 49. You'll take a look of all of the latest 49ers news and all of our content on YouTube as we continuing to to as we continue to as we and as we continue on Niners Radio 49, uh, on Niners Radio 49, that we um um so we continue on Niners Radio 49, taking a look at the game itself. We're going to reset to you in the first quarter. From it's going to scroll down. We're just going to scroll down. Take a look at the score. We're going to scroll it right down. In the first quarter, Jake Moody hit a 28-yard field goal that put the Niners up 3-0. Then Graham Gano hit a 46-yard field goal that tied the score at 3-3. Then was Brock Purdy connected with Ronnie Bell for a 9-yard touchdown that made it 10-3 San Francisco. And then Christian McCaffrey rushed for a 4-yard bill touchdown that made it 17-3. Then Graham Gano hit a 57-yard field goal that made it 17-6. Matt Breida rushed for an 8-yard touchdown, and the 2-point conversion for the Giants, they missed that, and that made it 17-12. Then Jake Moody hit another field goal, 20-12. Moody kicked a 36-yard field goal that made it 23-12. Then Brock Purdy, with 6:05 left of the contest, connected with Debo Samuel for a touchdown that made it 30-12. So, taking a look at some of the stats from Friday, or should I say Thursday night. On Thursday night, take a look at some of the stats from the game from Friday, from Thursday night. So the final totals: Niners had 26 first downs, the Giants 10. Niners were 9 out of 16 on third down. The Giants were only 3 out of 12. Neither team converted on fourth down. The Niners 441 total net yards to the Giants. The Niners defense held to the 150. 300 passing yards to the Giants 121. Niners rushing 141 yards rushing. They averaged 3.6 yards on the ground. Time of possession: Niners 39 minutes and 10 seconds to the Giants 20 minutes and 50 seconds, meaning the 49ers were a plus. They were a plus. They end up being a plus. They end up being a they end up being a plus 18 minutes and 60 seconds in, or actually 19 minutes to be exact. And then Brock Purdy was 25 out of 37, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 18 carries for 85 yards, averaging 4.7 yards. Debo Samuel, 6 catches for 129 yards, a touchdown. And then Elijah Mitchell, 11 carries for 42 yards. George Kittle, 7 catches for 90 yards, averaging 12.9 yards per catch. Then Ronnie Bell, first NFL career touchdown. He caught 2 balls for 24 yards. And then Mike Moody continued to be perfect, 3 for 3. He hit 3 more field goals. He was 3 for 3 in his extra points, total of 36 points for the season. And look at some of our other notes. Christian McCaffrey reached the 5,000-yard career mark of his career. And also some week 3 notes around for the 49ers. These some good stats and some good stuff. Christian McCaffrey became has scored in 12 straight games. He scored a touchdown, including the playoffs. The that ties Jerry and that ties the old mark. Jerry Rice set that mark with 12 back in 1987 when he had that phenomenal year back in '87. He ended up getting like 22 or 23 touchdowns for the season. That is a franchise. That may be an all-time franchise and maybe a league record by a wide receiver in a single season. Rice, of course, remember he was the NFL the night he won the NFL Offensive Player of the Year given by the AP, the Associated Press. He was named the Associated Press Offensive Player of the Year for 1987. He should have been no doubt the league's MVP in back in '87. He finished a second behind John Elway for the league MVP award back in that year. The 49ers started 3-0 for the first time since 2019, and it's the ninth time in franchise history that they started the season at 3-0. 49ers 13 regular season games going back to week 8 of 22. That's a 13-game regular season winning streak, and the second largest or the longest longest winning streak by any Niner team since they reeled off 15 games in a row from week 12, 1989 through week 10 of the 1990 season. Remember, the Niners, of course, in 1989 were the defending Super Bowl champs. And I think they, after losing that game in week, I believe, after they lost to the Green Bay Packers, they would not lose again until week 10 of the 1990 season. By then, the Niners were the two-time defending Super Bowl champs. Remember, they started the 1990 season 10-0. They end up losing their first game to the LA Rams out at Candlestick Park in the rematch of the NFC Championship, while the New York Giants, who they were chasing for the top spot in the NFC for the top seeding position for the playoffs, also lost that weekend to the Philadelphia Eagles. And then other games, they've had 30, at least 30 or more points. First three games, that's the first, or that has happened for only the third time in franchise history. They end up, the last time that happened was back, I believe, was back in 1984, the year their Super Bowl season of 1984 when they went 15-1, and then the other time was back in 1992 when the club finished with a 14-2 record, with the best record in football in 1992. Unfortunately, the Niners would end up losing to the eventual Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys in that memorable NFC Championship game at Candlestick Park back in January of 1993. And then for Christian McCaffrey, 9 consecutive regular season games with at least a touchdown or more in a 9 consecutive. That mark was set by he ties that record. He shares it, ties it with former 49er and LA Ram Wendell Tyler, who did that back in 1984. That year, that was their Super Bowl season of '84, and then McCaffrey is the first 49er to score at least a rushing touchdown in his first 3 games of the season since Frank Gore did that back in weeks 1 through 3 in 2008. So there you had it. Niners were winners 30-12 in week 3. They'll be enjoying their mini bye week, and they'll be getting ready to. They will They'll be back in action. They'll be off for this weekend. It's a mini bye week. They'll be back next week. They'll get ready to play the Arizona Cardinals. Will be within division. And before we go, we're going to check around what's going to be in week number 3 in the NFL. Check out the scoreboard. The Niners will take on the Eagles coming up in 9 days' time on October the 1st, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, October the 1st. They'll take on the Arizona Cardinals at Levis Stadium in Santa Clara. That will be a 1:25 kickoff time. That will be on Fox, I believe. And by the way, we are going to get David Murphy, who does his podcast. He does Arizona Cardinals football. We will get him on sometime next week. We preview the 49ers and the Cardinals. So, taking a look of what's going to go on in the standings in the NFC West. Taking a look at the NFC West so far as this early season in the NFC West, we scrolling down. So we're gonna scroll down and just give me some time to just taking a look at that division. The Niners right now are they're now are they're right now sitting at 3-0, and the Rams are 1-1 in the division. And then right now it's the Rams, the Seahawks, and then the Cardinals are 0-2 in their division. And then take a look of what's going to happen this weekend. Other teams in the division, they looking at as we take a look and we're scrolling down. Seahawks will be at home hosting the Carolina Panthers. The Cardinals will host the Dallas Cowboys in the desert. And then the Rams will take on the Cincinnati Bengals in a rematch of Super Bowl 56 from nearly 2 years ago on Monday Night Football. And that's going to do it for now. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis, and we're just having a very short condensed of Niners Radio Live the Victory Monday special Friday edition, recapping the 49ers were winners on Friday by a score, or on Thursday, correction, by a score of 30-12. And a reminder, our season premiere of 49ers tailgate. I'll be piecing that up. We'll put it on Facebook. We'll be posting that on Facebook. I will be getting to work on that. And uh, we'll be hopefully get David Murphy on, preview the Niners and Cardinals next week sometime. And for all the latest news, go to 49ers.com. Check us out on our YouTube page at youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49. Always please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get more viewers than ever before. And when you click the subscribe button, you will get all kinds of content, some stuff from last year you're going to like, some great interviews. The interview I did with both Mark Clayton and Mark Duper last year. And then we're going to, from when they were in town, when they had that big special event in Fremont, and we got so many good content. So, please spread the word. Or and it's Niners at youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49. Our new Instagram page is Instagram at Niners Radio 49. Well, that's going to do it for now. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. Thank you for watching this special Friday edition of 49ers Live, Victory Monday, Friday edition on Niners Radio 49. And Niners Radio 49 is an exclusive association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network. 49ers football, faithful to the Bay. Go Niners.